So you're welcome, everybody. This workshop I want to give you one of the important aspects of the work I do that is named Biotransenrgetics. But Biotransenrgetics or Psicotranse that we do are just names, you know. And also the methodology or the practice are just methodologies or practice. And we are in this contradiction because I propose something that want to be a practice or a methodology. That is, we already are where we have to be. We are already is happening now. This is clear in an intellectual way, but usually we don't behave as if we know that everything is here and now and this is perfect. This term, psychotrance, psyche is not the mind and is not in the brain. The psyche is the totality of the self and the transpersonal self, and is everything. And trance means to pass through. So we always are passing through the psyche. We always are merged into the psyche, navigating, flowing. So, if this is the game we are playing, navigating the psyche, which is the best way to do this? Psychotrance is something that wants to give keys to do this. Start from this truth and want to help us to better live in this life, better play this play. So, it is clear that this is the place that is, in this place is an interconnected flow of events. Always rhythm, and rhythm, and rhythm. If you attended Laszlo conference, clusters of rhythm is the life. The universe, cluster of rhythm. So we are merged into this cluster of rhythm. We are rhythm with rhythm with rhythm. My words, your feeling, our thinking, everything we are living now are waves, rhythm, and you feel good and you understand what I am saying, and we are well here if our rhythm are in resonance and we feel bad or we don't understand each other if our rhythm are in interference. So, I will propose to you this psychotrance is a cluster of Biotransenrgetics. That is a summary where there are 4 keys of awareness to try to work better with these. So they are practice, but they are not practice. The first of these keys is disappear. Before everything, before doing something, disappear. You are not necessary. If the game is this, we are not necessary. So, make the zero, disappear. When you disappear, everything happens. Of course, this disappearing is the disappear of the ego, the disappearing of the identification. Because truly, we can disappear. We are the self. We are consciousness. So we can't actually disappear. But we disappear constantly to our thinking, to our feelings, to our boundaries. And many of you, of us, knows technique to do this. For example, meditation. If I stay, I watch my breath, I can reach something. I can become quieter and maybe mindful. Okay. But I am doing to reach something. If the game is this, that we already are, wow, to do something to reach something. Or the best thing to do is to do nothing. That is, doing without doing, as Tao said to us. Okay, we always agree. Doing without doing, okay. How to do this? Practicing. So, the practices of Psicotranse or Biotransenrgetica are practices without practicing. Close our eyes. We already are embraced by the self. Whatever you want to name it, God, Great Spirit, Mana, Nagual, Self, Psyche, Supreme Consciousness, we already are merged in this source. Be aware of it. Of course, we can't decide to be aware, but we can disappear to everything's come. Disappear to every technique, to everything you know, to everything comes at your consciousness. Zero. Zero. Disappear doesn't mean that you fight against your thought, or fight against your feeling, or fight against something else. We just disappear. You just choose the source. I choose the source and I let everything be in its place. If you find anything coming, zero, as the mirror and the content of the mirror. You are the mirror, not the content. Stay as if you are the mirror. Stay as if you are at the source, embraced of. To feel that, make the difference. And only you can get this place. Only you can be aware of it. And there is no time and there is no space to do. We have not to be prepared of. We have not to make strategies to. You already are. Won't you dare to be aware that you already are at source and give up? Don't do nothing. Just choose to be aware that you are at source, because this is true, simply true. And open your eyes, because this is not a suggestion. We can open our eyes and stay in this place, in this state, in which we are aware that we are at source. If someone has any difficulty, can say, we all are a community, you all are here. And the evolution can happen for one. The evolution is evolution of me and the environment, me and you. So we are at home, at the source. This is the first awareness. And we can act as if we are. We don't say, okay, I reached the source, okay. No. persistency of contact. I can remember, I stay every moment. I can repeat this zero in every moment. Ah, my baby, zero. But is it true? Zero. But I have to do something to zero. Zero. Ah, I am feeling good. Zero. Zero. Ah, I am able to. Zero. Because you go or up or down with your thinking, you know. Ah, I am able to be aware. Zero. 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 This is one of the first steps of the work. Nothing is important if you forget that you are the source, that you don't act as if you are at the source. The second one, this is what I name the trance. We always are in trance. We are not this one. That is me. Me, you, us, the field. This is a little part, a cluster of this one. This is the self. We, in every moment, we are in trance. If I look at you, me, you, and the field that there is in between, and everything is happening in this field. And this field, try to look at each other. Try to look at each other. Eyes, each other. The next. One with the next. Do. What happens? Me, you, and the field around. Try. Me, you, and the field. What I feel when I look at you is not depend only to what I am thinking or what you are, but what I am, what you are, and the feel there is in this moment. The feel that there is, no? The feel to you and to me, but also to the feel of, if all of us enter without feeling ashamed or something, the field is intense. If we say, but this is bullshit, the field change, no? So try to look at how many time we spend to stay in contact with each other. Looking at our eyes. We always look for the other. We always look for meet with the humanity, and we never stay in contact with eyes. We make theories about transpersonal evolution, and we don't look each other. You are looking at one part of the self, one part of the God. You are so important, and the other is so important. Please, it's not just an exercise. It's be aware what is happening. It's be aware that a part of God is beside you. This is not an exercise, this is not hypnosis, this is not a technique. This is just be in front of your sister and brother. It's just to see you into the other eyes. And you see what happens. Maybe you smile, or you cry, or you feel ashamed, or you try to start to think, what is happening now? What is thinking to me? And so, zero. Please, zero. Disappear to everything. And this is the second step, because the first step was, okay, 0, when I am with closed eyes. But when I open the eyes, I face the world. And in front of the world, I became full of thinking, of identification. Because if you don't do the 0 to the other, we can do the 0 with the world. So maybe you say, good, the game is this one, we are God, we are the source. Then, when you meet the other, what happens? You give up to your divinity. Huh? So, the second one is became the other. Be aware that me and you are something bigger. And give up everything you find in between. Give up everything we find in between. Just bullshit. If you want truly enter in contact with the other, stay. It's so difficult to stay, we see. So difficult. Just stay in front of the other. Just face our brother and sister. Maybe we can move and dance, enter in ecstasy with God, and then we open our eyes. What happens in facing the other? You are just freeing your soul. This is happening. Your soul is freeing. And the bullshit you have in the mind are going out. The mask we bring in our life, give up the mask. And the mask you can't choose to give up. Just if you stay, the masks, the personality, persona, mask, the personality, give up. Let the mask go. See beyond. I am me, you are you, we are something broader. We are expression of the self. If you do this, watch to your problem from this position. Bullshit. Watch to your fear. Bullshit. Keep on. Be responsible. Only you are responsible of how you want to be able to see the other and to let the other see your truth, your divinity, your essence. Yes, I am at source. Yes, I see you, I am at source.
I don't have such problem, it's not mine.
This is a good, something happens and maybe you feel that is not what you are feeling. But if something comes and I don't let go, become mine. So let go, maybe with sounds, with words.
It's okay.
If you feel something, let it go. With breath, maybe with words or sounds, let flow. Because the second step of the psychotrance is let it flow. Flow with. Flow with. If someone of you attended the conference of Eduardo Luna, he said that shamans or the tradition knows becoming. You know the force of the forest becoming the forest. You know the force of the animal becoming the animal. So if you want to know your brother or sister, become him. And I become you, and we are the field. We are in trance. Let it flow. 0, the first one is disappear. The second one is flow. Let it flow. The true problem happens if you don't do the 0 and if you don't let flow. 0 and flow. Okay. Thanks each other and share. The third step is, okay, but when I face you, when I face the world, something appears on the stage. And usually, ever, we just lead with the stage. Our life is here, on the white side, on the what appear. I look at you, and I enter in contact with it, appear with me. You know? If I stay in contact for a few moments, start appearing the mask, but how many times I stay in contact with another until the mask appears and goes and more, no? So we always live, when we talk about our experience of the world, we talk about this. And this is the forgotten side. We are in a hurry. You see, we never stay in silence, we never look each other. We are in our minds and in the appearance. And we create theory about this, and we fight for be better, being in this part of life. Living, we always forgot the forgotten side. To have a true experience, to be in psychotrance, so to live an integral experience, we should at least be aware of it. And this is not just something bad. This is what is on the backstage. What is on the shade. Doesn't mean maybe in the shade there is the treasure. In your warehouse, you forgot treasure from your ancestor. This not means that this is only the fair. This is the part that you don't see. And we always live forgetting a part. In this moment speaking, and you are listening, but also you are speaking to me, and I am listening. Of course, everything is happening here. It's something that comes to me also, no? And if I don't aware of the feeling, I just speak over instead of try to say something that you can reach in this moment, be in contact with what is happening now. And if you feel, if you think that you are just listening, and we are not living an experience of exchanging, you live half experience. There is not this difference. Theory and practice are always together. The map and the territory are always. What I feel of you and what I think of you are connected. We can separate. So theory and practice are always, but in this moment, since I am thinking, you think that we are doing theory. It's not. We are doing an integral experience. And what makes this experience become integral? You being aware of the other side, in what is happening inside you while I am speaking. This let the experience become integral. It's not on the stage there is, I am speaking, okay, the man is speaking, I try to understand something. This is only the part. The totality of the experience is I am speaking, you are feeling. You are speaking in silence, I am feeling speaking. This is an example. Everything this happens, everything. We are aware of the stage and we can doing something. If we don't do something, we are aware only of the stage. What is this do something? Be aware of the complementary. If I am in fear, for example, means if I am in fear, I stay in contact with my fear. What happens? If I stay in contact with my fear, the force that produces the fear is there. If I am in fear of something, because it means that I am in face of something. A force brought me in face of you. I am afraid that you are thinking that I am mad, but because I came here to face you. This is, no? Because if I am only aware of my fear, I don't see that I had something good. I went here to face you. This means that there is always a force behind. When there is a weakness on the stage, there is a force behind. When there is the fear, there is the courage. When there is a man that says, "Oh, okay, I am well," no? You know that behind there is the child frightened. So, doing the further mode, harmonizing the spirit, the trance, means to see what is not appearing but is there. This is just pass to the first attention to something that I name the second attention. Step back and watch the entire picture. This is the third point of the psychotrance. The last, integrate. This first circle, we are at least different level. Physical, energetical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Different levels. So, my experience of disappearing, of flowing, of harmonizing have to be an integral experience with all my bodies. If I disappear to my tension, but I don't disappear to my thinking, of course I am not disappearing. And so, if I am flowing with my body, but my emotions are blocked, or my mind is thinking what I will do after, I am not integral. I am not integrating. So my experience needs to be integral. I have to bring with me all my 5 bodies, at least. What I feel is always an action, is always a thinking, and is always spiritual, is always energetical process. They are always together. If they are always together, I have just be aware too of it. I have nothing to do because I am this. I am this. I am this. There is a part that is inside that I have the capacity, if I do something, to be aware. Because it's so clear. If I smile to you, you feel that behind there is something seducing or manipulating or manifesting that is not true, this smile, for example. There is the smile, but if I look behind, and so And also, we always are interconnected, and always there is a field working with. We can separate the field with the person, or the world, or the aspect of the world. And we always are embraced by the source.